All right, let's dive in. Today, we are going to cut through all the noise and myths surrounding one of the most frustrating topics out there, belly fat. Seriously, forget the quick fixes, forget the endless crunches. We're going to break down a simple, real strategy that actually works, helping you build a stronger, healthier body from the inside out. Let's do this.
So this is the question, isn't it? It's the one we've all asked ourselves. You're trying to eat better, you're moving more, but that fat around your middle, it just seems to have a mind of its own. It is so frustrating, and it turns out there's a real biological reason for it. And you know what? Understanding that is the very first step to finally making some real progress. And this right here, this is probably the most important mindset shift you can make. We're so often told that belly fat is just a cosmetic issue, about how our genes fit. But the science is crystal clear. It is a direct signal from your body about your internal health. And it's a signal we really can't afford to ignore. So first, let's really get a handle on what we're up against. This isn't about vanity at all. This is about understanding the real, tangible danger of what's called visceral fat and protecting our health for the long run. See, this isn't just some inactive, harmless fat that's just sitting there. The fat that's deep inside around your vital organs, that visceral fat, it's what scientists call metabolically active. Think of it like a little rogue organ in your body, just pumping out inflammatory stuff and hormones that are directly linked to some really serious conditions like heart disease and type 2 diabetes. That completely raises the stakes, doesn't it? Okay, so that's the why. It's serious stuff for sure. But knowing the risks is actually empowering. It gives us the real motivation we need to finally take action. So let's build a game plan. How do we fight back in a way that actually gives us real, lasting results? The whole strategy is built on a super simple but really powerful framework. We're going to build our success on 3 core pillars that have to work together. Think of it as a single integrated system. And here they are. It is not about one magic workout or some single perfect diet. The secret, the real secret, is the synergy between powerful exercise, smart eating, and essential rest. The best way to think about it is like a 3-legged stool. If you take away any one of those legs, the whole thing just becomes unstable and it collapses. Let's start with the engine, exercise. Powerful exercise is what truly moves the needle. And this doesn't just mean hours of boring cardio. It's about bringing in resistance training to build muscle. Why? Because more muscle literally boosts your metabolism, helping your body burn fat more efficiently, even when you're just sitting on the couch. But that engine needs high-quality fuel, right? Smart eating is not about starving yourself. It's about fueling your body so it can perform and recover. This means making protein a priority to help build that muscle and getting enough fiber to keep you feeling full and keep your blood sugar stable. You just cannot out-train a bad diet. It's impossible. And now for the final, and honestly, the most overlooked pillar of them all, rest. When you exercise, you're actually breaking down your muscle fibers. Rest is when your body gets to work repairing and rebuilding them, making them stronger. But it's even more than that. Bad sleep messes with your hormones, which cranks up cortisol, that's the stress hormone, which is directly linked to storing fat right around your midsection. So we have our 3 pillars: exercise, diet, and rest. But they don't work if you just do them every once in a while or only on the days you feel like it. There is one final secret ingredient that ties them all together and makes the whole strategy click. And that secret ingredient is consistency. But I want you to really focus on 2 words in this definition: not perfectly. This is the biggest mental trap we all fall into. It's not about having one heroic, perfect day. It is about simply showing up and applying these principles most days. It's always progress over perfection. This quote just says it all. Going all out for 1 week might feel super productive, but you know what it leads to? Burnout. But what about months of steady, consistent effort? That is what creates deep, lasting change. It's a total mindset shift from a short-term sprint to a sustainable, lifelong journey. So now you've got the knowledge, you get the why, you have the 3-pillar strategy, and you had the key that unlocks the whole thing. The only thing left to do now is to begin.
So let's just do a super quick recap of the core strategy. First, reframe this whole thing. It's a health issue, not a vanity project. Second, build your success on that solid 3-pillar foundation: exercise, diet, and rest. And finally, never forget that consistency is the force multiplier that turns your small, daily actions into incredible, long-term results.
And that brings us to our final and maybe most important question. I want you to leave here with a plan, an action plan. Don't think about changing your entire life tomorrow. Just ask yourself this one simple thing. What is one small, manageable step you can commit to doing consistently, starting today? Thanks for joining.
All right, let's talk about a goal so many of us have: tackling that stubborn belly fat. Today, we're diving into a super effective workout you can literally do anywhere. Best part? The whole thing takes just 5 minutes, and you don't need a single piece of equipment. Let's get right into it.
You know that feeling, right? You're short on time, maybe you're stuck in a hotel room, or you just really don't feel like trekking to the gym. We've all been there. Well, this workout is your perfect solution for exactly that situation.
And this is the real game changer. The entire routine we're about to break down needs absolutely zero equipment. Seriously, it's just you, your own body weight, and a little bit of floor space. So basically no more excuses. You can start this today.
Okay, so here's the game plan. We're looking at a 5-minute core circuit, and the structure couldn't be simpler. It's just 5 exercises, and you're going to do each one for 1 minute, right after the other. First up, we're kicking things off with an old-school classic, jumping jacks. For 1 full minute, your only job is to get that heart rate up and get your whole body warmed up. You want to be light on your feet, nice and springy, getting yourself ready for what's coming next.
That's it, just 1 minute on the clock for this one.
All right, moving on to high knees. Now the trick here is to really drive those knees up high towards your chest for the full minute. This move is fantastic because it really lights up your core, especially those lower ab muscles that can be so tough to target.
You got it. Keep that energy going for another full minute.
And now for a real powerhouse move, mountain climbers. For the next minute, you're getting an incredible 2-for-1 deal. All that constant movement just torches calories, and holding that plank position the whole time, it's going to seriously strengthen your entire core. 1 minute. Really try to keep your form tight and find a pace you can stick with.
Okay, we're slowing down the movement now, but definitely not the intensity. It's time for the plank. For 1 minute, you're just holding still. This is what builds incredible muscle endurance. The secret? Imagine you're pulling your belly button up towards your spine. That's what keeps your core engaged and tight.
Just 60 seconds. The key here is to breathe through it. Don't hold your breath. And for our grand finale, the last exercise, the bicycle crunch. This is the ultimate finisher for our last minute. Why? Because it's just so incredibly efficient. It hits your upper abs, your lower abs, and your obliques, all at the same time in one smooth motion. This is it. Power through this final minute and finish this circuit strong. And that's the whole thing. Let's do a quick recap. You've got 1 minute of jumping jacks, right into 1 minute of high knees, then mountain climbers, then the plank, and you finish with bicycle crunches. No rest in between. It's just 5 minutes of solid work. Simple as that. Now, look, finishing the circuit once is awesome, but the real secret ingredient for results, it's consistency. So let's talk for a second about how to really get the most out of your efforts. This tip is absolutely crucial. While doing this 5-minute circuit one time is great, if you really want to kick your results into high gear, try to repeat the whole thing 2 or maybe even 3 times. But, and this is important, you have to listen to your body. Start with 1 round, and as you get stronger, you can add more. And finally, just a few quick but powerful reminders. First, breathe. Your muscles need that oxygen to work. Second, make sure you stay hydrated all day long, not just when you're working out. And maybe the most important one, don't give up. Real progress takes time. So, we've gone through the whole workout, and we've talked about the keys to success. That really brings us to our final and most important takeaway, turning what you just learned into action. If you only remember one single thing from this entire explainer, let it be this. It's not about doing one perfect, killer workout. It's about the simple act of showing up day after day, even if it's just for 5 minutes. That is what creates real, lasting change. So I'll leave you with this question to think about. This is about more than just fitness. It's about the incredible power of building a small, consistent habit. So ask yourself, what could just 5 minutes a day really change for you? We've all been there, right? Trying to get rid of that stubborn belly fat. And the first thing we always think is, I've got to hit the gym harder. But what if I told you the real secret to making progress isn't on the treadmill at all? Let's break down what actually truly moves the needle.
So, does this look familiar? I mean, you're putting in the work, you're being consistent with your workouts, but the progress around your waist, it's just not happening. It is so incredibly frustrating, and believe me, you are not alone in feeling that way.
And this quote, it really hits the nail on the head. Now, don't get me wrong, exercise is fantastic. It builds muscle, it's amazing for your heart, but when it comes to fat loss, it's not the main event. Think of it this way, your diet is the star of the show, and exercise is the incredible, essential supporting actor that helps build that metabolism-boosting muscle.
So if killing ourselves at the gym isn't the number one answer, then where should we focus our energy? Well, it's time to head to the kitchen. Because honestly, your progress really does begin right there on your plate. It is the single biggest factor by far.
And look, this doesn't have to be super complicated. We're not talking about some crazy restrictive diet. It's really about 3 simple tweaks. First, start adding more fiber-rich foods. Think vegetables and legumes. They just help you feel full longer. Next, try to cut back on processed meals. They're just packed with hidden sugars and unhealthy fats. And finally, reducing your sugar intake. This one is huge for controlling the hormones that tell your body to store fat.
You know, it often just comes down to a daily choice between the culprits and your allies. The culprits, like fried foods and sugary drinks, they just send your blood sugar on a wild roller coaster and make it way harder for your body to shed fat. But your allies, fruits and whole foods, they do the exact opposite. They give you steady energy and all the good stuff your metabolism needs to work its magic.
And hey, let's not forget about what you're drinking. It is just as important as what you eat. Staying properly hydrated is absolutely essential for your metabolism. Now, plain old water is always going to be your best bet, but you can give yourself a little extra boost. Green tea, for example, has these compounds that have been shown to help with fat burning. And even something as simple as starting your day with some lemon water can help get your digestion and hydration going.
Okay, so we've got our nutrition dialed in. Now, let's step outside the kitchen. Because while diet is the star player, like we said, there are a few other key lifestyle habits. Think of them as the essential supporting cast that can seriously speed up your progress. You know what's crazy? It's not just what you eat, it's when you eat it. Your evening routine plays a key role here. Eating really late at night or grabbing those midnight snacks can seriously interfere with your body's natural hormonal cycles, including the ones that handle fat storage. Just giving your digestive system a clean 10 to 12-hour break overnight can make a really surprising difference. So, we've covered diet and we've covered meal timing, but there's one final, critical piece of this puzzle. It's a habit that is almost universally overlooked, but it has a massive impact on whether your body's in fat-storing mode or fat-burning mode. And here it is, quality sleep. That magic number really is 7 to 8 hours a night. And here's why. When you're sleep-deprived, your body produces more of the stress hormone cortisol. High cortisol levels basically send a panic signal to your body to conserve energy, and it does that by storing fat. And its favorite place to store it? You guessed it, right around your abdomen. This makes sleep an absolute non-negotiable for fat loss. So we've got the diet, and we've got the lifestyle habits. But what's the mindset that ties all of this together for long-term success? Well, let's talk about the golden rule. This quote completely reframes the goal, doesn't it? The best approach isn't about deprivation or punishment. It is about finding a sustainable balance where you're nourishing your body, not starving it. It's all about creating a healthy, positive relationship with both food and fitness. And that is the real takeaway here. Shift your thinking from restriction to fuel. When you start focusing on giving your body what it needs with all these powerful allies, you stop working harder and you start working smarter. That is the key to unlocking the results you've been looking for. Now, I know all of this can seem like a lot to take on at once, so please. You know, we're surrounded by media all day long. Workout videos, news clips, social media posts, and all of it is designed to get us to feel something or do something. But have you ever really stopped to think about the hidden script that makes some of it so incredibly effective? Well, today we're going to do just that. We're pulling back the curtain on a motivational fitness video to reveal the powerful communication techniques hiding in plain sight. Ah, this phrase. You know it, I know it. We hear it at the end of pretty much every single video we watch online. It's so common, our brains almost just filter it out. It just feels like the standard way to say goodbye, right? A simple, almost forgettable request. But here's the thing, it's not just a closing line. It is the final, crucial step in a very carefully built persuasive formula. And to really understand its power, we can't just look at the line itself. We have to look at everything that came before it. So let's break down this hidden script piece by piece.
Okay, so first things first. The creator has to build an instant connection with you. Picture this. You've just finished a tough 20-minute workout. You're tired, you're sweating, and you're kind of looking for a sign that it was all worth it. You're looking for validation, and that is exactly what they give you.
See, this is so much more than just a generic good job. It's specific. It gets you. It acknowledges the struggle, saying progress takes time, and it validates the effort you just put in. It's basically telling you that what you did in this very moment mattered. This one simple sentence lays the foundation for the entire relationship.
And yeah, there's actually a name for this technique. It's called viewer affirmation. By acknowledging your hard work, the creator stops being just some random person on a screen and becomes more like a supportive coach who actually understands you. And that builds instant trust and makes you open to whatever they're going to say next.
So, you're feeling seen, you're feeling validated. That emotional hook is set. Now, the creator builds on that trust by giving you a concrete reason to come back. And it's not just some vague idea, but a specific, measurable promise.
Oh, this line is just brilliant. It's not, you'll get fit eventually. No, it gives you a real timeline. It makes you picture a version of yourself just a couple weeks from now, already seeing results. And notice that key word, consistency. That quietly implies that, you need to keep using their videos to get there.
And that number is so important. 2 weeks. It's not an accident. It's short enough that it feels totally doable, but it's long enough to sound credible. It takes this abstract goal of getting fit and turns it into a tangible project with a real deadline. It's what turns a vague hope into an actual plan.
I mean, you can just see the difference, can't you? A vague goal like get fit someday is so easy to put off. There's no urgency at all. But a specific goal, seeing real changes in 2 weeks, now that's a powerful motivator. It creates focus and it makes you want to take action, like right now.
Okay, so trust has been established, you're motivated by a clear goal, and now the script takes a big turn. This is the part where a simple fitness channel becomes something much, much bigger. It connects the physical act of doing a sit-up to a profound life philosophy.
And there it is. That's the heart of the entire message. All of a sudden, these 20 minutes of exercise aren't just about burning belly fat anymore. They become a metaphor for taking control of your entire existence. This is an absolute masterstroke of branding.
The technique here is called establishing a core ideology. It completely reframes the activity. You're no longer just a viewer doing a workout, you're now a person on a journey to self-mastery. The brand becomes your guide on that journey, and that creates an incredibly deep sense of loyalty.
So this pivot is really the crucial point. The entire value proposition has shifted from the physical to the philosophical. It's not about looking better, it's about being better. It's about empowerment and discipline and control. And that's what makes people feel like they're part of something way more meaningful than just a fitness routine.
And now, after all that groundwork has been laid, the affirmation, the tangible promise, the core philosophy, we finally arrive back where we started, that famous closing line. But now, it doesn't sound like just a request. It sounds like an invitation.
After being taken on this whole emotional and philosophical journey, you are totally primed to respond. And notice that little if at the beginning, if you found this video helpful. It makes it feel like it's your choice, but really, after the script has done all its work, the answer is almost certainly yes.
And notice, it's not just one command, it's 3. Each one is a step up what you could call a ladder of engagement. A like is easy, right? It's a low-effort nod of approval. A share is a public act. You're telling your friends, hey, I believe in this. And then subscribing. Well, that's the final step. That's an act of identity. You are officially joining the tribe.
So let's just recap this hidden script really quickly. It all kicks off by affirming your effort to build immediate trust. From there, a specific, tangible goal is used to create real motivation. Then, the whole thing is framed within a powerful core philosophy to build super deep loyalty. And finally, that call to action isn't just about getting clicks, it's about building a genuine community.
Here's the kicker. This formula isn't just in fitness videos. It is everywhere. In commercials, in political speeches, in self-help books. Once you see the pattern, you really can't unsee it. Which leaves us with one last thought. What other hidden scripts are running in the background of your life, subtly shaping the choices you make every single day?